Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you join us from. Thank y'all so much. I was running a little bit behind. I had a bathroom emergency. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I know Michael Beach of Life's on here. I just saw him. Greetings from Bahal. I know Jacob Tanjay will be on here. All my members, what time is it, Travels? Jeffrey Chatter. Thank y'all so much. All my old heads, Doubtful Genius, Harold Teal. I really appreciate it, man. Any new viewers and subscribers on here today? Welcome. Anybody catching this on the live stream? Michael Beach of Life, can you put up the peso? I wasn't able to get that. What's the peso to the dollar? Thank you. We always have a topic. Today's topic is stop selling yourself short. You're old. You're not dead. You know, we still got something to offer, guys. We still got something to give. What's up, Robert Morris? Of course, we always like to talk about some more things before we get to the topic. You know, it's funny. What's up, C-Dub? Oh, there's Jacob Tanjay. How, you know, some videos that you do, you think you're going to get a lot of views, you don't get nothing. Then other videos you do, you think, oh, this is nothing, and they go viral, basically. Like the video today, it's really going viral. It's got like 7,000 views in 2 hours. And it's because it's resonating with people. I think a lot of people can see themselves in that man's shoes. It's a true story. You know, it's not who he is, but more what it is. You know, it's oh wow, okay, HTL. It's overestimating the power of the pussy, guys, is what's going on here. And we're underestimating the cost of living in the Philippines. All our decisions are being driven by the honey. We're literally on a honeymoon period. The honey, man, is wreaking havoc, man, on the minds and the bank accounts of a lot of men. It's the cause of all this impulsive behavior and even erratic behavior. All this overspending, overindulging. We got to clear that hurdle. If you don't clear that hurdle over here, you don't have anything coming, guys. You got to understand, that's their calling card. This is what they're bringing to the table. So they're bringing it hot and heavy. If you can't deal with that and get on with your life, man, you're toast over here. Because let me say this, okay? Everybody that drinks alcohol is not an alcoholic. Everybody that eats sugar doesn't get diabetes. So I'm pretty sure that some people watching this who can taste the honey without being whipped, without going overboard and going crazy. You know, it's all about moderation. He said work in peace was catchy and relevant. Yeah, I thought so too, Rick. It went right into what I was talking about. But can we also enjoy pussy, man, you know, in moderation? You know, without crashing and burning our goals and dreams. Because I saw, I think it was on YouTube, you know, somebody posted it on YouTube, where the guy, he's running, right? What separates him from his goals and dreams and aspirations, it's a big space and it's vagina written in there. So he has to overcome that to get to where he's trying to go. And man, isn't that true? And in the comments, the guy said, Cal, you know, for us heterosexual men, the honey's always going to be a problem. But there's got to be somebody watching here who has mastered that and can give us the solution to that problem, because it's a problem in the Philippines. Don't ever get that twisted. That's what they're bringing to the table, and they're bringing it hot and heavy. Until you can clear that hurdle, you might as well stay at home. You're going to swing and miss every time over here. You're going to strike out over here. Okay. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just telling you the truth. This is 100% facts. You know, it's more so, you know, over here than in those other places where honey is a problem. Brazil, honey's a problem. Colombia, honey's a problem. Thailand, honey's a problem. But more so here, because of the circumstances. And until you're able to get past that, you're going to make those irrational decisions. You know, you become Superman. Oh, I can make it. Remember the guy did the video on, he tried to retire over here with $11,000? That, it makes you think like that. Okay? It makes you think you can do that stuff. It makes you quit your job over there that you've been on for a long time. Okay, you're not retired yet, and you got a few $1,000s in your pocket, and you say, whatever it is, we'll make it work. My YouTube channel is going to blow up. Something's going to happen, and it doesn't happen. All that happens is, you know, she gets a wet behind, and you come back to your home country with your tail between your legs. But that video is resonating with people, and I didn't think it would. But I forgot, we like bad news. It's funny, but we do. And while I'm thinking about it, I want to thank Greg for coming on the live stream last time and talking about his vasectomy. It takes a lot of courage to do that. It's going to help a lot of people. Honestly, I didn't think it was available over here. And even if it was, I don't think that I would have done it over here. But now he's given me and others confidence. Said the guy's been doing it for over 50 years. He says, build up a passive income with dividends. Yeah, this is common sense, but a lot of us are being overrode by the honey. Okay, you're not thinking straight. It's wreaking havoc on your mind and your bank account. I can do this. Okay, I can do the impossible. See, I can do the impossible. He says, how are you managing with your electric bills, Cap? Well, honestly, I'm just going to pay them like I said on my video. I mean, I'm a vlogger. And vloggers are sometimes like the news. And when something newsworthy comes across my mind, I just share it with people. I wasn't complaining. I mean, how you going to complain? Remember I was telling you guys about saying no? There are all these tough guys. All you got to do is say no. Well, how you going to say no to the electric bill when it comes through? You got to pay it. And I'm going to pay it. But I tell you what, if it keeps going up and up like that, I promise you, if you know anything about me, I would sell this house and move to Bohol. I found out where the electric bills are the lowest because it's a dream buster for me. I don't have an unlimited amount of money. I'm paying it because that's the only choice I've got. Or something, right? This is what somebody in their right mind would think. He said, get some solar, dude. Well, you know, it's easier said than done, guys. Everybody jumps on here, talks about getting some solar. You probably don't have solar at home. I'm not jumping on you. I'm just saying, stop saying that. We can't afford solar right now. Solar's still fairly new in the Philippines, so it's fairly expensive. And remember, I don't just want the solar that's going to cut the fan on and the lights. If I'm going to do it, if I'm going to invest all that money, it's going to run everything. Okay. But I'm saving for that because that, Mahesh, is basically my only alternative, really, if I'm going to stay here if the rates continue to go up. But right now, guys, hold your horses and pump the brakes with this solar talk, man. It's not that cheap. Okay, it's not that affordable for everybody. What's up, Everyday Alpha? He said, good strategy. My sister and her husband both have pensions and Social Security and don't even have to spend their savings in retirement by living in Portugal. I'm glad you brought this up. I love the challenge. Listen, right here. If you don't hear anything else I say on this live stream today, and we'll be on here for like we normally do about 2 hours. If you can't save 10% of your earnings over here in the Philippines, man, you're doing something wrong and you're headed for destruction. You have to be able to save 10%. I put my foot down at that 10%. Y'all can do whatever you want to do. But once it gets to the 10%, I'm not touching that. So if you earning 3,000 and you want to go crazy and spend 2,700, go ahead, but make sure you keep that 300, that 10%. If you do, man, a couple of years, man, you won't be hurting for nothing. He said, Cal, you looking different, brother. That sugar diet's working. Yeah, I'm shrinking. It's 25 days. I mean, it's real. I mean, if you want to lose your stomach, just stop, drink plenty of water, and stop eating sugar, or just basically eliminate processed sugar and added sugar. I mean, I still use, like I said, I had orange today and 2 slices of pineapple. But eliminate processed sugar and, cookies, cakes, candy, and Cokes. And it's gone, man. But I do want to say to Yardy, I hope he's on here today, that he's right. It's probably going to take me about 90 days before I'm really shredded and people can really see what this no sugar is going to do. He says, I believe 1,500 US is the minimum needed to live good in the Philippines. But it's always changing. And, it's just so many dynamics to go in there, man. I really don't like to touch that anymore. It'll get you views. But, man, that's a tough one because, okay, now look at you got 1,500. Now, all this time you're paying 6,000, 5,000 for your electric bill. Then all of a sudden you get one for 17,000. See, that's a game changer for real. Okay, I wasn't complaining. I saw on the channel, I watched the Philippine Addicts. They're one of the few, live streams I'll watch. But the guy says, I was going crazy over my bill. Dude, you made that up, man. I wasn't. What's up, Johnny S? I was just telling you guys that my bill jumped extremely high. And remember, it's more expensive over here because you're paying for everything. Everything. This is what isn't resonating with people. They can't wrap that around. They can't wrap their minds around that on a continuous basis. Every single day, okay? 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's why it's more expensive than it should be. It'd be a difference if you were over here and you had a woman that was earning the same amount of money as you, then you'd be living in heaven in the Philippines. You would be able to say it's cheap. Okay? But when that's not the case, dude, every popsicle, okay, every piece of chewing gum, you're buying. Every birthday party, everything, you're financing, man, okay? So just always keep that in mind. That's that's going to play right into what we're going to talk about today. A lot of guys come over here with their heads hung down. They can't like these women are doing them a favor. Man, Pick your head up. Stand tall, man. Okay? Take yourself out of the damn equation over here and watch what happens. It's gonna fucking crumble. Okay? Quit selling yourself short. You old, you're not dead. Okay, there's a reason why they want you. But don't act like they're doing you no favor. Okay? Like she's the star of the show or something. We can both share the stage, in all honesty. But what a lot of us are doing is we're forgetting our past. You know, we come over here and act like, you know, we're a problem. You're the solution. Okay? Like I said, take yourself out of that equation and watch what happens. If I remove myself today and ran off, or we broke up for whatever reason, all this would crumble. Okay? So you have to know your worth, guys. That's all I'm saying. We can't talk about this enough because we're making it all about the woman. It's not about the woman. Even if you go on these tough guy channels, and these are mostly the people talking about Brazil and Colombia and Thailand, it's all about the woman. I'm like, dude, can't y'all talk about anything else? What else are you going to do? What else is important? What else are you looking to accomplish other than that? Mark Mack, he said, just got on, Cal. He said, speak that truth, brother. Many men don't have a clue or understand, as you said in the previous video. We're the prize. Okay, first of all, if you over here, if you overseas anywhere, man, pat yourself on the back because it's about 5% of Americans anyway make it overseas. I'm not talking about the DR. I'm not talking about those places like that. I'm talking about really overseas. Germany. I mean, you know, Europe, Africa, Asia, and all that, right? I'm talking about overseas, South America. We're not talking about Jamaica and all that. Yeah, that's right. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I had to make the video, Ronald. He said your electricity jumped. It was it went from 4,000 in January, 4,900. You might as well say 5,000, yeah, to 17,000 because he said my usage went up by over 2 times. Yeah, 1,150 kilowatts a month is a huge amount to be using for your small place there before you use only 500. Yeah, but what I'm saying is I'm not using that amount. It's not like I've got 4 air cons now. Okay, those are the only 2 things, and these are efficient air split aircon units. Okay, I'm not using that much more power. But as a tourist, I'm not looking for an explanation from the electric company. This is what I was saying. I don't deserve one. Okay, if the people don't get one, what makes you think I'm going to get one? I'm not going to stand up and try to get an explanation, get my damn head cut off. We're not in America. We're not in the West. You know, some guy says, oh, they ran the rates up to try to get you to use less. That might work in America. It's not going to work in an economy like this, where 2/3 of the people are earning less than $3 a day. That kind of stuff, that's the matrix talking. It's not going to work over here, man. You can't fool people into using less power, man. And some guy says, oh, yeah, it's because you got an air con and your neighbors don't. Everybody's bill went up, whether you got an air conditioner or not. Don't you realize, have y'all been over here before? Because y'all talking crazy, okay? Y'all really talking crazy. You know absolutely nothing about the Philippines, okay? You know, you think everybody's got a damn air conditioner. Go out there, there's squatters right all up and down this fence right here. They don't even have electricity. Okay. He said, do you think your No, absolutely not. Yeah, fans use electricity too, but not that much. You're talking about people who were barely getting by paying their 1,500 bill out of the China. Now it's 4,000, 5,000. Okay. Mike Dorsonville said, if you move 8,000 miles away from home without a plan, no residual income, shame on you. You deserve whatever bad things come to you, like you always said, not do anything stupid. Yeah, but they have a plan. It's just not a well thought out plan, Michael. They really think, see, the honey makes them really think that they can come over here with 20,000 and coast to their retirement because they're going to start some type of business over here, a piggery, a sorry store, whatever it is, it goes belly up. Okay, they're paying for everything, every single thing. People eat differently when you show up. Okay, they act differently when you show up. They move different when you show up. But I can't get that through people's heads, man. I've been living over here almost 6 years in a row, coming over here on and off for 15 years. But y'all act like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just really relaying to you my experiences over here. You know, when you're 100% responsible for every damn thing, it doesn't matter if that bill was 30,000. I would have had to pay it. Or if it was 30 pesos, I'm going to have to pay it. And after a while, okay, it starts adding up if you don't have a recurring income, something to offset that. Because you're going to make mistakes, even if you don't make mistakes. Some months are going to be more. The electric bill again. Sometimes it's going to be high, sometimes it's going to be low. Some months you're going to spend more than what you plan to spend. But when you know here comes the first or whatever it is, excuse me, the 15th, or whenever you get your money, when you know you're going to get,
can you give me the
which one? What, honey?
just anything?
What do you need?
Oil.
Efficacent oil?
Yeah.
It was in here. It's not in here anymore. It was right here. Somebody came and got it. Not here anymore, honey. Oh, here it is on this side. Y'all move stuff. That's another thing. They'll move stuff and won't tell you. You see this? Now, normally I just keep it on my desk right there. I'm looking all over for it. Maryland took it and put it inside the drawer. Now, how would I ever find that, Maryland? He said, Rick Hart said, Morocco in Luzon, if you go over a certain amount of kilowatts, your per kilowatt will increase. Well, it doesn't matter here. In a little place like Negros Occidental, to have some of the highest rates in the Philippines, I mean, what can you do? But yeah, back to what you were saying, Mike, these guys really think that they have a well thought out plan, but it's not. It's not even reasonable to think you can come to a place like that because your spending habits haven't changed. It's going to take a long time before your spending habits change. That's what's going to trip you up initially. You're going to spend most of your money in the front part of your, trip, of your retirement. That's where most of your money's getting started. Buying furniture and all that kind of stuff, deposits. But they never think about that. All they think about is that nappy dugout. That's all they look at. That's all they thinking about. Because she done showed it to him on the video. Okay, she done showed it to him on WhatsApp. Come on and get it. Now he's crazy now. He can't think of nothing else. That 20,000 sounds real good now. That piggery and all the other foolishness that y'all try to start over in laundries and all that stuff, instead of coming over here looking around and saying, you know what? This is what people really like over here. Even the person with the least amount of money does this. Maybe I should start this kind of business with her. Remember I was telling y'all about the billiards? I don't care where you are. You put your 1 or 2 pool tables there and watch what happens. They'll stay there all day. Then sell you some cold beer and water and, maybe have your balut vendor come by every now and then or something. Hey, Rick, thanks for that super chat. He says, pay yourself first. That's an old AFN commercial would say. 10% in your never touch money. Go, Cal. Yeah, that's not even mine. That's an old, The Richest Man in Babylon. Read that book. It's just a small book. That's what he says. He says, pay yourself first. And that doesn't mean go out and buy you some shoes. When you go out and buy Jordans, you're not paying yourself first. You're thinking more of Nike and Michael Jordan than you are your family. When you get that paycheck, pay yourself first. Take that 10% out and don't ever touch it. Okay? But yeah, these guys really think that they have a arm-proof plan. Hey, thank you, Drew, for the super chat. He said, salute, Uncle Cal. You dropping knowledge on the game. Well, I appreciate it, man. It's really common sense. But we throw all the common sense out of the window. When people push back on me when I say that we're the prize, we're the diamond, we're the catch. If you don't believe that, take yourself out of the equation then. All you guys who are pumping these women up, okay, because a lot of them are getting big-headed. Not all of them. There's still enough good women over here, the women that we deal with, to find you a good woman, but so many more of them are getting the big head. And we're to blame for that. Okay, they're getting too big for their britches. That's what my mother used to say. You're getting too big for your britches. They're watching other women get rich overnight on our backs. And they say, oh, the whole world loves Filipinas. I want to be rich too. He said, common sense is not common. Yes, it's uncommon nowadays, Mr. Man. But take yourself out of that equation. All you guys want to push back. Every damn thing's going to crumble. You're giving people the breath of life, some people over here, when you apply for that visa. You have no idea how big that is because we take it for granted. All you worry about is some honey. But yeah, women over here aren't stupid. They seeing all these women getting rich and they say, okay, so they think they're looking for the golden goose. A lot of women over here now, they're getting choicy. They're getting picky, man. And they end up staying on those dating sites a whole lot longer than they should. They ain't single a whole lot longer than they should. Passing up guys who literally are millionaires over here. Okay? Because we're pumping them up. Their heads are big, man. I'm telling you now. Okay? He said, that's the problem. Even if there was a guaranteed return of income, most would still buy the Jordans instead. You make a great point, and this is the reason why it's best to have a recurring income, Kamal, when you come overseas, because your spending habits aren't going to change right away. You still might like Jordans. I got a good friend over here. He still wears Jordans, but guess what? He can afford it. He's got that big income still coming in. Okay, he don't have to worry about that. He's probably got the biggest Jordan collection of anybody I know, because hell, people my age aren't buying Jordans. He's younger. But he can afford it. A lot of guys coming over here trying to put the whole family on their shoulders, they really don't have enough money. They're really fronting for real. Because 20,000 over here is 1 million pesos, more than 1 million. So you're a millionaire over here. But the spending habits say they're still middle class where they come from. Frank L said the Filipino vloggers are really getting big here. Man, say no more, man. And this is where it all begins. And the They're watching this. People are paying attention. Women are becoming rich overnight. I'm just telling you the truth. Hey, Mike Dawsonville, he said, but 20 to 30 is still equal, minus 10 no matter where you are. What are you talking about? I don't understand. What are you saying, Mike? He said, that's the key word, recurring. The money just keeps on coming so you don't run out. Right. But we don't get it. How many videos you can turn on YouTube right now? And they're talking about, oh, he's living off. One of my friends, Dan, a vagabond wakes, he's got one saying the guy's living off $450 a month. I didn't even watch it. I'm like, $450 a month? Really? I mean, wow. Yeah, Dick Watcher alert. Wow, yeah, he said too much finessing going on in the Philippines. Airport taxi tried to charge me $2,000. Wow. Just to go from terminal to terminal. Yeah, they're going to try you. We were just talking about this the other live stream. Yeah, they're going to try you in Manila. You were probably in Manila because you're going from terminal to terminal. Oh, they're going to try you. Manila is a whole different beast. Okay? It's not the Philippines in its entirety. And that's what happens when you fly into Manila. You get the wrong impression of the Philippines, and you get to thinking, man, this isn't everything the Sunshine Show say it is, because they're going to try you. Let me go back to what Rashad Smith said. Yeah, he said, hey, what's up, Steve? And I see you. Congratulations on an award. Your wife posted on Facebook. You got an award, man. What are you doing? Saving lives or something over there? Rashad Smith said, I just got finished looking at your video. Men really underestimate the cost to be the boss overseas. Southeast Asia humbles men's pockets just thinking about the honey. Yeah. He said, Sunshine Show is the champion passport, bro. No, I'm just talking common sense. But see, you're right. We do underestimate the cost to be the boss over here. When you're the boss over here, man, 100% of everything falls on your shoulders. It's not like, oh, well, we can go out Dutch. When I was married to my American wife, sometimes hell, she would pay the car note or something like, you're going to get a break. You don't get a break over here until you're broke. But once they show that honey on the WhatsApp, okay, and they keep on parading these young women in these videos in front of you, they looking for a foreign man, and now it's basically the highest bidder now. Okay, basically it's the highest bidder now, man. If I were you, I'd take my time. I'd find me a decent woman. Yeah, Dan's got great content. I mean, I probably wouldn't be on YouTube if it wasn't for Dan. He interviewed me years ago. But I never watched it because I'm pretty sure the guy probably owned his own house. So, maybe somebody's living expensive. Excuse me. But hell, I don't know. If you live in a hermit type of lifestyle, maybe you can't do it for $450. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's illogical to come to the Philippines because the honey is going to make you think funny. We think, oh, it's no big deal. Look, it's all they're bringing to the table. Okay, so they're bringing it hot and heavy. And if you got a problem with that, you're never going to make it here. You're never going to cross that hurdle. Okay, because you're going to overdose on that. The minute you think you're sick of it, she's going to put more of it in your face. He said, if I want an American woman, I would have married in the USA, never take them to the USA. Well, that just depends. If you're trying to get out of the United States, why would you bring her to the United States? I made the mistake, not by bringing her, but thinking that she was open-minded enough to move back here into her own country. See, I underestimated that. Be careful, man, because you're trying to get over here for the same reason she's trying to get over there. But when you're married and you talk this stuff through and you think, okay, well, hell, she couldn't last 6 months. She was chomping at the bit to get back. Not to fool around and all of that. That wasn't what it was all about. She just wanted to be in America. She had gotten used to that. See? But I was done with it. So you really, these relationships aren't normal, guys, okay? I blame myself because I couldn't convince her really of how desperately I had to get out of that. I guess she thought, because remember, our problems mean nothing to them because they're so small to them. What we go through, they think is nothing compared to what they go through. Listen to me, guys. This is a big problem in relationships. When you can't talk to your partner because she's thinking, oh, that's no big deal. And it is a big deal to you. He said, nobody wants you when you're down and out, Bobby Womack. Man, if you think I'm playing, go on my Facebook. People treat you different when you up. When you up, people treat you different. Okay? Versus what? When you down. He said, other than teaching of English or vlogging, what's a good side hustle in the Philippines? Well, if I were you, I would get me a remote job from America. Look at TJ. Man, TJ's a perfect example, man. I'm talking about he's really doing it. And a lot of guys are like that. They're doing it. That's one thing, social media and the internet and all of that, it's created all sorts of opportunities where you can live anywhere you want to in the world with good Wi-Fi. Okay, you're in America, really where the jobs are. Find you a remote job. And while you're living overseas, get immense tax breaks. Okay? That's what I would do because there's no side hustles over here. Because remember, Michael, I work from the Philippines. I'm not working in the Philippines. See, everybody knows that vloggers are digital nomads. We're no different than any other digital nomad. That's why Thailand, I can get a digital nomad visa in Thailand. And I'm going to do it just to have it. But if you listen to the trolls and everybody, oh, you work, pay taxes. They know nothing about the reciprocity agreement between the United States and the Philippines. Or they do, but they know you don't know. So they want you to think that we're doing something wrong or we're stealing from the Philippines. Everything I earn comes from outside the Philippines. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm giving back. I'm not taking anything. He said, men do not think about a woman as a field. Well, you better start, Mr. Man. You're exactly right. How many times I said it? She's your most expensive expense. Okay? Nothing's going to cost you more than her over here. And you better realize that and realize it quick. And then when you tack on the children, you tack on the mother, then you tack on the bills and everything else, man, you in over your head real quick. 20,000 is nothing over here. Hey, Marlon, thank you for that super chat. Say, how you feeling, Mr. Cal? Glad to have you back. I'm about 99%, man. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know if it was food poisoning because, I was invited out to a nice dinner, but it was a buffet and the food was, it was, buffet style. So I don't know how long it had been out. I don't know how long, over here when they prepare it before they deliver it. I'm not saying that's could be um, the problem. I'm just saying that either that or I touched the doorknob. I was sick for 2 days. I literally could not get out of bed. Hey, Confident Voice Speaks. Thanks for that super chat. He said, one piece of advice for first timers is to watch your tipping. He said 20 to 100 pesos goes a long way. Yeah, that's a great piece of advice. But what I would do, I go to 10% on the bill because they're not expecting it anyway. Because they only deserve it from my point of view because I know how little they're being paid. But once they serve you your food, they forget all about you in most places. There are some places where they're better than others, but for the most part, they're not going to fill your water. Hey, is everything okay? You need more drinks? You want any more? How was your ribs, Mr. Rowe? They're not going to do any of that. When your plate is empty, they're not going to come and pick it up unless you wave them and tell them to do it. So I give them 10% anyway. And if it's really, say for instance, my bill is 200, I'll give them 50 or something like that. Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He said, what percent of expats have to come back home due to miscalculation on cost of living in your experience? It's impossible for me to know, Southern Purchase, because most people don't tell you. They just leave. Okay? But if you don't have a recurring income, I would say 100% because your money's going to run out. Unless you're a millionaire, your money's going to run out over here. It's just too much that you have to be responsible for it not to run out. I mean, you don't get a break. Why do you think I built that guest house? So when people come to San Carlos City, they get 2 days where their pockets can cool down. There's not one person that's ever stayed in that guest house who hadn't spent every single day they were in the Philippines. But those 2 days. I don't want them paying for food. I don't want them paying for nothing, for real. Just let your pockets, give your pockets a damn break. Because you're not going to get a break. Hey, Retard 2019, thank you for all your support over the years. He said, guys, make your health a high priority. Time, health, money. That's it. If you manage your time better, manage your health, manage your money, you become unstoppable. This is true. I'm doing it. Save 10% of your income, man, that you earning every month. If you're in the Philippines, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. Start doing some type of exercise and get active. Start eating better. And manage your time, man. Your time is irreversible. Okay, remember, you know how much money you got in the bank, but you don't know how much time you got left. That's why time is so valuable. If people are gonna let people waste your money, but don't let them waste your your time, dude. Because you don't know how much time you got left. That's why it's so valuable. But we take it for granted. Even if you live to be 77 or something, that's 30,000 days. That's all you got. He said the walking and talking ATM. Yeah, but we sign up for it. If you sign up for it, and at least you know ahead of time, you can plan better. It will stop you from saying, oh, this 20,000, oh, what was Broke John they cut? That's what they called him, not me. What did he have? Broke Expat John, 30,000 or whatever it was. It's nothing over here when you're responsible for everything. Any business you start up, it's going to fail because guess what? They have no business plan. They have no business experience. Oh, it sounds good. So what? It don't mean it's going to work. He said, don't forget that like button, fellas. We just talk about it so that you'll know we put it out there. Because a lot of you have never been 100% responsible for everything. That's something they used to do back in the 50s in America. I mean, if you're doing that now, I mean, in America, I don't know. Your woman's doing something, man. She's doing something. But yeah, if we get that down pat, man. I'm working on it. I figured it out, man. That's it. Those are the three things we take for granted the most. Hey, Roger, he said, good morning, Cal and everyone. Just got here. Thanks for joining us. He said, literally a walking and talking ATM, especially during family outings, everything. But if you notice coming in, because, you know, you hear all kinds of stuff online, bloggers say anything for views and clicks. We don't think people are listening to us. They're listening. They want so bad to escape their situation and their circumstances that they're literally hanging on our every word. So we have to be somewhat responsible, you know, when it comes to, taking care of the family, not literally, but you are. Okay, if Merlin's mother got sick right now and went into the hospital, okay, who do you think that they expect to pay for that? What I'm going to do, just turn around and leave and don't pay for it? I just say, no, it's not my responsibility. Even though as a senior citizen, she's got health care. Y'all know what I'm saying. Just know that that responsibility is going to be lying in your lap. You can't escape it. Okay? Retired 2019, thanks for that super chat. He said, I was diagnosed with a serious illness. I'm getting treatment. Go to the doctor and get checked out. Life is short. Don't take it for granted. Thank you, man, for that public service announcement. Life goes by very, very quick, and you don't know how much time you got left. That's what makes your time so valuable. But we think we're going to live to be 1,000, so we hold grudges. Okay, we don't pay people back. We owe them. Oh, I can pay him. I pay him next week. And you end up dying and you never paying the people back. He said those family outings add up. Remember the story that Cal told about buying the entire barangay a party, food during the party? No, I financed that. It was supposed to be our engagement. I'm thinking it's just going to be her and the family. It was a whole barangay in a little place called Lewigan. Now, I'm talking about in 2009. I spent about 20,000 pesos, man. So what would that be in today's peso? And then they just wouldn't stop coming and add insult to injury. Some guy shows up with a big tin of ice cream that I didn't order. But what am I supposed to do? This was one of the most remote places I'd ever been in the Philippines, but one of the most beautiful. They literally lived on a white sand beach as far as you could see. There's resorts and stuff there now, but when I was coming there wasn't. Yeah, I spent 20 grand. So now it'd be like you showing up and the bill's 50 grand or something. But, let's get a little bit into, because this all plays into the topic today. Stop selling yourself short. Okay, you weren't invited to the party. You are the damn party. The party don't start till you get here. I say that over and over and over to say that know your value, know your worth. And it's obvious that we don't. Hey, thanks U.S. Army retired for the super chat. He said, remind the military man that they can Google the new 10-year marriage rule for the VA disability and compensation. The new law started on 1 February 2024. Is that the one that says if you've been married to a woman for 10 years, they're going to give her 50% of your VA disability? Wow, that's a big one. Hey, Sperling Edwards, thanks for that super chat. He says, when my girl's father got put in the hospital, I got together with the earners in the family and we split the bills. Yeah, you're involved in that conversation. Hey, third floor ninja, welcome to the Sunshine Shoulders community, man, and thank you for your support. Yeah, you're going to be in on the conversation. You can't escape that. Okay, but remember, if you're overseas right now, you're in that elusive 5% of Americans. I don't know what it would be in England and all those other countries. You can easily Google that. But only 5% of Americans travel overseas. And remember, we got a lot of options. Okay, there are a lot of places you could be, but you're here. See, you chose to be here. You have the money to be here. Okay, a lot of people, you're able to escape that hamster wheel and the rat race. I mean, you got to give yourself credit for that, man. People don't have the courage. They got the money, they got the wherewithal, they got everything, but they don't have the courage to do it. But we come over here, our heads hanging low. Oh, I'm 63. Who wants a 63-year-old man? Yeah, a lot of women over here do. Okay, because you're going to change lives. Okay, our daughter graduates today. She's 18. She's graduating with high honors. Not honors, with high honors. Then there's only one level. So she's like in the top 10 of her class. So I'm going to pay for her college tuition. She wants to be a nurse. Okay. This is how you change lives over here. It doesn't mean give your life savings away to some undeserving, unappreciative woman, okay, who you retired at 25 or something like that. You find somebody with a dream and you help them reach the dream. But you're changing lives over here, man. Don't take that for granted. If I wasn't here, man, she probably wouldn't go to college. Or maybe to some, just a state college and be, a teacher or something like that, where it doesn't cost that much money and it's really not much of a future. Okay, but we sell ourselves short because so many of us have put the woman on the pedestal instead of raising yourself up on a pedestal. We're not talking about disrespecting anybody, mistreating anybody. We're just saying, okay, we can both share this stage. Okay. But, I'm sorry, you got to scoot over. Give me my part on the stage, because all you got to do, anybody out there who doesn't agree with what I'm saying, remove yourself from the equation and see what happens. If you don't think that you're a bigger part of this whole scheme over here, as I'm saying you are, then take yourself out of the equation. Okay, do it. Okay, she knows it, but she's never going to tell you. She's going to make it look like, you should be happy to have me. Okay, and the minute you start thinking crazy, she's going to put that hairy bush in your face, because she knows that drives you crazy. Okay, but you come this far. A lot of us, the average expat is 62 years old in the Philippines. Just to live 62 years in this world is a success, because a lot of people don't make it anywhere near that. Okay. Fresh Aloha says, I love your channel, bro. I agree. I always say what you do for yourself, you take to your grave, but what you do for other people, you leave behind with them. Yeah, we change lives over here. And I'm speaking to the men with good intentions who are really putting it down. I'm not talking about slackers. And most people who make it over here are not slackers, man. We've got accomplishments. Put in over here in the comments something that you hang your hat on, something you're real proud of, an accomplishment in your life. Put it over here, man. Let's get involved today. Okay, I quit drinking and drugging over 26 years ago. By far my greatest achievement. Never thought I would ever see the day when I would stop drinking. I've done a whole lot of other stuff too, but that's my number one thing. That's what I hang my hat on, because from that decision grew a lot of these other decisions I made. Because without that, I'm probably dead by now. But you got accomplishments, man. You can't just leave them at home and act like, oh, you don't mean anything now. As men get older, I forgot the name of this guy who came on my panel one day, but he laid it out. He said, actually, when men get older, we become more valuable. You know, our wisdom, our finances, we're more responsible, dependable. And I second that. I bear witness to that. So don't sell yourself short over here. And a lot of us are quick to do that. So we brag about the woman. This is the one thing that makes me say, man, you know, it's the only regret I really have. It's like, y'all really making it look bad on everybody else, man. Stop building up these women. Share the stage at least. But these guys come over here, they grinning and cheesing and, you know, like they've really done something. You haven't done anything. You know, yeah, you've done something. You changed her life. See, this is the reason why I don't do interviews, really. Okay, because they don't ask the tough questions. See, I would turn it around and I'd say, hey, how does being married to this foreigner now, how has that changed your life, man? I mean, be honest. They're never going to ask that. So go back and look at all these little stupid videos you're talking about. And they always like, oh, why you want to date a foreigner? They're so cute and they're so handsome. No, lady, because you know that that's a better life. You literally become rich overnight. And there's nothing wrong with that. But be honest about it. Give that man his credit. Give him flowers. Don't act like, oh, he's doing you. You're doing him a favor by him coming 8,000 miles, flying 20 hours, paying all that money for a plane ticket. Okay. Okay. Don't do that to us. Give us our flowers like we give y'all your flowers. That's all I'm saying. Well, you know, this is an overused word. You know, I mean, what are we supposed to do? That's why we have these conversations. First of all, you know, don't be walking around with your head hung low. Know your value, that's all. Know what you mean to this whole situation and circumstances over here. Because all you have to do is ask the woman, what were you doing before I showed up? Whenever she starts getting too big for her britches and acting like, oh, you're nothing. Okay, and oh, I can have 10 other foreigners or 100 other foreigners. Okay, you call her bluff. You say, well, what were you doing before I showed up? Okay, this is a question they should ask just to keep them humble, man. We're not talking about putting anybody down, you know. But I want my flowers, man. Don't take me for granted. That's the worst thing you can do to me. Okay, I didn't live 61 years for nothing. I'm not stupid. I do know something. But yeah, because a lot of them will forget where they came from. They don't want to give you credit for nothing. They think there's 100 other men waiting in line for them. I got news for them. It's not. Okay? They ought to love your dirty draws for what you mean to this whole situation. I don't give a damn how lonely you are over there. You know, that's the thing about it. We keep beating ourselves up. Oh, I'm lonely. I'm desperate. I'm a simp or whatever it is. Now, when you get off that plane over here, you become a damn diamond. Period. End of story. But yeah, man, you know, I haven't seen anything, guys, where y'all put down here what you do better than everybody else. When they look at you, Frank Ellis, they say, well, Frank, yeah, he knows his damn Social Security. It's something we do better than everybody else. I want to see it over here, man. I want you to give yourself a standing ovation today. Okay? We do that so little, man. We're always building somebody else up. LeBron James. Oh, such and such, he's the greatest. This. What are you the greatest at? Okay. What can I say? You the GOAT. You the GOAT today. Okay? Not LeBron, not any of those other people. You're the damn GOAT. So put it over here. That's right. That's exactly right. But everybody knows it but us. But when you get channels like me, people think I'm crazy. They say he's talking crazy. He's putting people down. No. When you add it all up, all the woman is doing is living her life as she normally does on a daily basis. You're the one jumping through hoops, spin around in circles and turning flips to get over here. Hold on, guys. I got to change. I got to plug my phone up. All I'm saying is pat yourself on the back. I don't care what these other bloggers are saying. You know, I saw a video the other day how I met my amazing wife. Well, why doesn't she make a video saying how she met her amazing husband? Okay? We need more videos like that. Okay? Because you don't get them over here. It's always how I met my amazing wife. When we're changing lives over here. But if you bring it up, oh, you know, come on, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's what he said. If you don't believe me, that's the name of the video. How I met my amazing wife. But not once have you seen a Filipino make a video about how she met her amazing husband. And what meeting and dating a foreigner has meant to her existence. Because they don't want you to think that way. They want you to think that you're nothing, that it's all about them. I got news for them today. You mean something. He said, careful with nurses, dated a few. They always working nights and humping the young doctors working nights. Well, I don't know that. It's not been my experience, but I've heard about that. Well, actually, a guy, he did come on here and tell his story that's how his wife left him for a doctor. He said, you have to treat pesos like dollars in the fields. Well, no, you have to treat pesos like pesos in the fields, Frank. That's where we get in trouble. Yeah, that peculiar mental twist is big. But I still haven't seen over here your accomplishments, guys. Why are you so ashamed of that? I mean, can't you ring your bell once a damn year? We're so afraid to do that. But we can ring everybody else's damn bell. I don't give a damn who the greatest basketball player is and all that. Give yourself some damn flowers today. 5K Kane says a good rule of thumb is to have 12 times your yearly income in a high yield saving account. You can withdraw 8% of that a year and never run out of money if you're disciplined. Yeah, you know, the bottom line though is that's a great strategy, but how many of us really is that realistic? See, this is the reason why I'm doing the morning workouts. I haven't been out there because I really haven't been sick. Is because I'm not going to be one of those guys. You know, if you show up Facebook, YouTube, whatever is TikTok, and you see these guys with these how to lose belly fat and all that, they're already toned. They're already in the best shape that they could possibly be in. And they're doing these little simple exercises, and they want you to think that's all you have to do, and then you're going to look like that. It's not true, guys. They're doing a lot of other stuff they're not telling you. But this is a great plan, but it's not realistic for most of us. We don't have 12 times our yearly salary. Hell, for me, that would be about 140, about $1.4 million, man. Brad Nichols says that she's hot. There are a lot of foreigners. No. I'm sorry. It's not. Not over here, and not who are going to stay here. And who says that they're going to treat you the way, they're going to treat her the way you did? Or they have as much finances as you have. See, if I was in her situation and I met a good man who's treating me good, taking good care of me and all that, listening to my dreams and everything, I'm content. But a lot of women over here are no longer content. They want to be rich. A house and lot is not enough anymore. It's time that we put our foot down and say, who do you think you are? Yeah, well, is that your boy? What's his name? Ed from 90 Day Fiance. We're not talking about mistreating anybody. We're just saying, okay, if I'm going to show you respect, okay, and then you got to show me some respect. If you don't want to be taken for granted, then don't take me for granted. Okay, I'm a big part of this equation. I'm the biggest part, as a matter of fact. And if she pushes back on that, okay, well, let's look at it then. You don't have to fly 8,000 miles. You don't have to sit on that tin can for 20 hours. Spend all that money. Then get over here and continue to spend more money. I got to pay for the Airbnb, the hotel, the food, everywhere we go. And this is before we even realize if it's going to work. And now all of a sudden, I should be thankful that you're meeting me at the airport. You should be thankful that I'm asking you to meet me at the airport. Hey, thank you, U.S. Army retired, for the super chat. He said, today's modern woman has a yard man, gas money guy, lunch date dude, private mechanic, work husband, and at least 5 beta male orbiters in their cell phones. Wow. That's a lot, man. You talking about something I know very little about. But if you come over here, because not every man has a problem meeting women over here, but if you find yourself having a problem, it's because a lot more women over here are getting the big head. They're too big for their britches. People are afraid to tell them the truth. Like, lady, I don't care how good you look. Without me, it's nothing. Because you're trying to get to the same place I'm getting. I'm driving the train. It's just a fact. I'm sorry if it hurts your feelings. Okay? But the truth will set you free. It's going to make you respect me a whole lot more. The true fact is what you're bringing to the table. There's 10,000 other women is bringing the same thing to the table. What I'm bringing to the table, you may have one, you may have two. Okay, who's going to make the sacrifices, who's going to have the courage to come over here, because these long distance relationships are for the birds. Okay, they're not even real relationships. Okay, so if you want to trade me in for a long distance relationship, go right ahead. Meanwhile, I'll be somewhere on Boracay with another one. Okay, because that's the true fact. All I'm saying is give us our flowers. Okay, and if they don't give them to us, give yourself flowers. Okay. I got down here. Stop acting like people are doing you a favor by having you around. Man, we're good at that. Like, oh, she's taking good care of me. Yeah, because you're taking good care of her in order for her to take good care of you. Karl Marx says American men don't realize their value a lot of times because most men live lives of quiet desperation. Yeah. So when you see somebody like me talking about it, sounds so crazy because not once has anybody put their accomplishments over here. And say, well, I graduated with, honors from the university, summa cum laude, or whatever, something. I retired from the post office after 40 years. I was the first one in my uh, family to, retire from the military or get a college degree. Not once, man, do I see one accomplishment over here. And my subscribers are accomplished. Okay? If they're nothing else, they're accomplished. He said they usually don't work out. Well, now over here they don't, because this isn't a long distance relationship. This is a long distance relationship. Okay? There's a guy here now with his long distance woman, not realizing she's fucking everything that moves. Okay? He has no idea. That's okay. Maybe one day he'll wake up. He said, culture, that has to be true for some, not most or all. Okay? It says older men should have the motivation to get their money right overseas. The motherboard is crucifying that 65-year-old pastor for having a 21-year-old wife in the States. It's no love here in the USA. Yeah, but see, we squander, even knowing that, Rashad, we squander the great opportunity we're given over here. Okay, we're not even talking about a woman. If you just come over here and manage your business, your time, your health, your money, man, you can pay off all your bills, stack up your money so high that you've never seen before, and become unstoppable. You'll be somebody, you can do things over here you were never able to do because it is a lower cost of living. But our focus is strictly on the women. Every channel, the focus is the woman. And if you don't talk about women, they're not going to click on your videos. So you're almost inclined to talk about women. And she's certainly not the solution. And most times she's the problem. Truth and transparency. Hello, Cal. The truth is that most men are too afraid of losing the sex and too weak to stand on principle. Looks and sex can be found all over the world, and I learned to demand respect. LDR, no. Yeah, I think you're right about that. Once they get a good piece of honey, they don't want to let it go. So they'll compromise their values and everything, principles and everything to keep that around. Okay, not realizing that if you just all of a sudden remove yourself from the equation, it's going to crumble. So if they say, oh, you're not, you don't mean as much to the relationship over here as you say you do, Cal, then okay, leave then and see. Okay, what happens? You being mean? No, I'm just saying, stop taking me for granted. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Stop taking us for granted. Act like, we mean something over here, because we do. Okay, there's enough room on stage for both of us. If you don't want to, give me the whole damn stage, at least let me share the damn stage with you. Confident Voice Speak says, my girl knows that there's 10,000 more girls that I can snatch up. So she's what she does what she does to keep me. Yeah. Because she's smart. Now, remember I said all men aren't having a problem, but if you come over here and you say, oh man, because a lot of guys come over here, that's the reason why. Because they've gotten too big for their britches. The whole world tells them how beautiful they are. They realize, oh, the whole world loves Filipinos. Okay. And then they see you might be 70. You might still be in great shape for 70, but I'm 70. Oh, I want somebody 50. Okay. So they'll pass you up. Or they'll, have you on hold or, be playing with you until something better comes along. All you got to do is be patient, because patience is everything in the Philippines. Nothing moves fast over here, except when it comes to our relationships, and then they speed us up. Everything else is slow. Get a marriage license, slow. Get a driver's license, slow. I can go get a driver's license in America in one day. Of course, you take your permit test, but then you don't have to wait all over here. It's like a 2-month process or something. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's just common sense here. Because that's the only reason. If the only reason you want me is for my money, then you have to put me up there then. If that's the only reason you're dealing with me, there shouldn't even be any argument then. But we're the problem. It's not the women, it's us. We're doing it to ourselves. Again, not one accomplishment over here. Did you retire from the police force? Well, what are you doing? What did you do, guys, that you hang your hat on that you feel proud of, man? Come on, put something over here. I stopped drinking, man, 26 years ago. I stopped smoking crack. I stopped smoking cigarettes. Everything, man. I'm happy for that. I'm proud of that. I hang my hat on that. He said, get the lights up, people. But we're not talking about mistreating anybody. We're just talking about give us our due. Because, if you listen to these channels, man, I met my amazing wife. She should be making that same video about you. She met your amazing ass. Because now she's amazing. Yeah, looks don't pay the damn bills. And they know that. But if you only want me for my money, then what's the argument about then? If I say I'm the prize, if I'm the catch, if I'm the damn, and you don't have any money, by the way, what's the argument about? Let's cooperate and make this thing work. But don't be acting all shitty like you all that now. Oh, I gotta get men lined up. Well, go on to those men. Because you're only fooling yourself. He said the best side hustle is to get a sugar mama, Filipino Western woman. Well, good luck. If you get a sugar mama over here, she's gonna be 100. He says, I've seen about 5 or 6 people put their accomplishments up. Oh, okay, maybe I'll pass them up. I'll get them. He said the women are up on that game now. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? He said some women in Thailand are making a killing on OnlyFans. He said, I slept with over 1,000 women. I'm very proud of that. Well, I don't think that will really be that much if you're 60 years old. What would it be, 10 a year or something? Well, this is where the conversation. She has to be reminded. She gave me my flowers today, though. Honestly, she did. Because she's emotional. Her daughter's graduating and everything, you know. But you have to remind, it doesn't matter who it is. They have to be reminded. Let me go back to see some of these. Oh, okay, he said 20 years IT project management, real estate management. Congratulations, man. That's all I'm saying. So what makes you think that when you come over here, now you're with a woman who, you know, may have a college degree, she may not. Certainly don't have a job, maybe she does. That's not earning enough money. You know, it doesn't mean look down on her, mistreat her or anything. It just says, okay, now look, you got a project manager now. You should be proud of me. I don't care how old I am. Because I'm going to help you become your best if you're going to help me become my best. But if all you're going to do is just sit there and take me for granted, then I'm going on down the road. He said, you're right, Cal. I just received a service award at the VA where I work in pathology. I'm 52 and received a service award for 30 years of service. See, that's all I'm saying. Man, that congratulations, brother. 30 years? It's a long time, man. He says Americans aren't getting scammed if they're giving their money away and expecting someone in a rough situation. Tell them the truth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not getting scammed. That's not what this video is about. I don't consider that a scam either. Because honestly, you can see the crime line. You can see it evolving. You can stop it at any time, but a lot of us were so infatuated with the honey, it blinds us. But no, we're not being scammed over here. He said, I was driving, but I'm the first one to have the ability to retire before 30 if I want. Well, that's an accomplishment. What are you doing? Are you a drug dealer? What? Tell us what you're doing and you can retire before 30, because I knew some guys back in the day, they were retired long before 30. He said the reason why men don't love themselves and put everyone else before themselves because we were conditioned by our family and society. Once you understand you are the prize, you become unstoppable. And it's true, we are conditioned with this rhetoric that we're the provider, the maintainer, the protector. Yeah, but that don't mean that you don't have to take care of yourself. He says, I know some Americans get scammed, but I believe once you find the right one, it's not what you save, is what you gave. That matters most. But honestly, the reason why a lot of us go crazy is because we put the woman up on the pedestal. We think that she saved our lives. Well, we saved her life first in order for her to save ours. That's all you have to know. You're not saving each other's life at the same time. It's not. Remember, I don't care anymore about this because this used to be my pet peeve. It's not a fair playing field. You're bringing far more to the table than her, but as long as you're happy and she's happy, that's really all that matters. But it's not a fair playing field. It's not equal. That's all I'm saying. She knows it's not equal. You're the one who's believing all that rhetoric and stuff. Yeah, now this is what I say all the time. Okay. He said, because I say American women aren't the problem. We base all of we blame them for all our problems, and maybe it's us. I just did a video a few weeks ago about this. He said, why do I see so many Western couples walking around? A lot of men aren't having problems with American women. And you're exactly right. Because everybody's not moving overseas. But see, I'm not everybody. I got out of line a long time ago. I can't look and see that he's happy and think, oh, I'm just going to keep on hitting my head up against the wall. Culture Blend TV. Okay. You're right. Everybody's not jumping off the bed because everybody doesn't have a problem dating 60-year-old women like I do. I have a problem with that. You see Vivica Fox, okay? Do you see her? Do you want that? Yeah, if I'm 90 and I can barely see and I can barely get around, yeah, give me that. But now I'm 61. I'm in great shape. I don't want that. I'm sorry. And some people have a problem with that. I do not date the motherboard. Okay? Being in church 5 days a week and all that. If that's what you like, then that's why you don't have a problem. Okay, being henpecked and the woman wearing the pants in the house. We don't know that situation. Okay? But I got out of line a long time ago. I'm going to think for myself. I'm going to do what I want to do when it comes to my health and well-being. Because when you die, they're not going to die with you. You're going to be in that casket by yourself. He says if you're past 60 years old, the most important thing to you should be you, not a woman. We can't get this through people's heads. I don't care how old you are, because it's always going to be, she's always going to be most important to her. How many stories I got to tell you over here where they're practicing self-preservation and we're not? Remember the brother came over here, sent all his money over here first. Okay, the lady mismanages it basically. Okay, then he comes over and says, hey, why don't we sell X, Y, and Z so we can finish ABC? She said, no. Who's going to take care of me and my kids when you die? Okay, remember, they're not married, and those aren't his kids. But he gave her the money. Now she's practicing self-preservation where he didn't. If you're going to build a house over here, you better have your ass over here to see the construction every damn day. You manage that money. Because they're going to practice self-preservation, but when you do it, oh, it's a big deal. Oh, you're being selfish. You're mistreating people. You don't care about me. Well, I'm sorry. If I go broke over here, I'm going to be on the YouTube channel, not you. You see, how you got to do is look at the marriage rate. That would tell you all you need to know. And that's even worse than it is, Frank, because the separated couples aren't included in that. They're included on the other side. They're pumping the marriage numbers up. He said, Angela Bassett, yeah. She can't get nothing from me. Face looked like a damn biscuit. Big ass face where she done messed herself. I don't want that, man. She got an elephant pussy and all that. You can't get any satisfaction, man. You ain't gonna hit nothing when you in there. I don't care who you are. You ain't hitting nothing. There's no sides in there. There's no walls. There's no sugar walls. He said, I see you in the fields. Yeah, but see, we've already, by us bashing American women and women in the West, we're giving more credence to Filipino women. You don't think they're watching and listening? And, oh, we're the best. Okay? The whole world loves us. And they're acting, a lot of them are acting like it now. Okay? He said, I like the Vivica. Yeah. Yeah, but still, at that time, she didn't like you, though. You couldn't get anywhere near her. He said, I was still not me. Because all y'all seeing is, look, she's a 60-year-old woman, okay? Now, unless she's somebody, even you see, okay, as fine as, what's her name? What's the name of the lady that y'all like? Jennifer Lopez. As fine as she is, you see, her marriage is on the rocks. With, what's his, Ben Affleck. They get real. I mean, look how many times she's been married. Mm-hmm. What you got? What? We're talking about something, honey. You come in the middle of a conversation. He said, my parents seemed happy, but only because my dad handed the pants over a very long time ago. Yeah, you can't really, I got out of line a long time ago. I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing. I mean, but some people, it just depends on what you want to put up with, you know. Just the thought of me marrying someone who's already been married. See, you may call me a hypocrite, but I've never married a divorced woman before. I mean, a friend of mine, she's a woman. I was looking on Facebook. She just recently got married, and it just seems so strange to me because I knew her and her husband before, and I knew, their relationship. I mean, for years, and it just seemed so strange to me that she was getting married to somebody else. And I'm like, does this guy know that you were married for all those years to him and how much you loved him? And, you basically were down on bended knee, begging and pleading for him to stay and all of that. I don't want that, man. I'm sorry. And that's why I don't deal with American women or Western women over there, because that's what you're going to get a lot of times. We're living our lives on a damn speck. You can't look outside and what everybody else is doing, and that's not you. That's not your circumstances. We're trading women, trading jobs, trading houses. That's all we're doing. He says if you can have standards on how on Monday because it's a good conversation. We'll pick it up again because I don't know what's going on with my internet, but we're not talking about preferences, Cisco. We're talking about knowing your value, knowing your worth. Don't compromise that for some woman and some honey. That's what we're talking about. Now he says, I'm not moving anywhere with power outages and high temperatures. I don't care how cheap it is. Well, that's you, man. Stay where you are, dude. You know, I've taken advantage of the opportunities over here. Okay, and they sure outweigh the negatives. You know, I don't have to tell you about my accomplishments over here. You see them. Okay, so stay where you're at, wherever you're happy, guys. But just know your value, know your worth. That's all I'm saying. But it's a lot more to the Philippines than power outages. That's not a power outage. He said, being a provider is okay for me. The problem is not being appreciated and treated lesser. In a matrix, everybody wants to be equal, but I don't see that being a man here. That's right. Because you know that the odds aren't in your favor. The law's not in your favor. But what you're finding over here is women are becoming unappreciative. They're taking you as the whole world's telling them how beautiful they are and that it's all about them. When in actuality, it's not. She's a part of that puzzle. Okay, but you're the damn puzzle, really. Like I said, anybody wants to push back against this, tell any man over here who's taking care of business to remove himself from the equation. It's going to crumble. She's going to go back to the life that she used to live before she met you. And to some people, that's okay. But at least give me my credit. That's all we're saying. Okay? That's all we're saying. There's a lot of places you could be, but you chose to be here. Give me credit for that. Give me credit for having the courage to move overseas with a credible plan that works. Well, they've been westernized. Why y'all talking about women are becoming westernized? Philippines. Remember, you can't change the Philippines. Okay? This is where you're wrong. They're as westernized as they're going to be. You westernize them when you come in contact with them. When they come in contact with you. The real truth is, if you really want to enjoy the Philippines to its 100% capacity, don't fool with the women. That's the only way you're going to enjoy this country, this beautiful country, to the 100% capacity. If you leave the women alone. Once you start dealing with the women, now you've opened up a whole other can of worms. Okay, and whatever you get, whatever problems you encounter, they're on you because you chose to do it. I'm already telling you. It's all in line for you to succeed over here, but the minute you dip in there, you get your hand caught in the cookie jar, it's on you. Okay? We come over here and deal with the women, and it causes a lot of problems because, man, these aren't normal relationships. You're like night and day, and you're going to be working overtime to make it work. So let's have these conversations because this is what we're doing. We're making the decision to do it. Some guys are so smart, man. They moved over here. They don't deal with the women. Some guys are even smarter. They bring their woman with them that they have everything in common with, that they've been with through the thick and thin, that they know frontwards and backwards. See, they're at the top of the food chain as far as I'm concerned. Okay? No, this is like, wait. He says, is this your second? No, it's like my fifth because it's not them, it's me. It's really a combination. We're so different. Okay? Zara, K. This is what people don't want you want to comprehend. We're so different. If you don't think I'm playing, come over here and hang out with a Filipino man, and you're gonna see how different you are. And it takes years because they do things differently than you. There's nothing normal about these relationships other than you're a man and she's a woman. That's all. Confident Voice Speaks said, thanks for that super chat. Said, women in the States want you to be a man when it's convenient for them. Filipino culture is really strong. Filipinos want a man to be a man. That's exactly right. But a lot of us, we're not men because we're coming out of that culture like you're talking about. Confident Voice Speaks, where we're not really expected to be a man. So then when you come over here, there's a lot of voids in that. All you remember is I'm supposed to pay for everything. That's all you remember about being a man. You can't put your foot down because you're afraid of hurting her feelings. Okay, you won't tell her the truth because you're afraid you're going to lose the honey. So your comment is exactly right. But are we real men when we come over here? Are we traditional men looking for traditional women over here? I say we're not. And that's the big problem. These women are traditional, but we're not. So we compromise and compromise and compromise so there's nothing left. So she's wearing the damn pants. And you're sitting around looking like a wimp. Not a simp, but a wimp. And all you're doing is paying bills, you know. And all she thinks she has to do is give you the honey. That's no relationship, man. You might as well be with a bar girl. But she says, is this your second? No, it's so different. It's not because you can ask any woman I've ever dealt with over here. I treated them the best they probably ever been treated. But we're just so different. That's why I tell guys, hey, don't put it all in one basket at first with that first Filipino because it's not going to work out more than likely. Something's going to happen. Okay? And it's not just me. Cal Dearman, what did he say? 7 women he had to go through before he found the love of his life? John 6, me 5. People, if they're honest, they'll tell you for whatever reason, either the woman's ulterior motive, there was an ulterior motive, they wasn't the right ones for you, or the timing, whatever it was. But what we're talking about today, we're not talking about the women. We're not putting them down. We're just saying that give us credit. Stop taking us for granted. We really mean something over here. We're not just old men showing up over here because we've accomplished things in our lives. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all we're saying. I'm telling the men to know your value, what you mean to the equation over here. You practically are the damn equation. And when they start acting too big for their britches, pull out that question. What were you doing before I showed up? Okay, that'll calm them down. It's like, okay, then now you see, what does living with me, how's that changed your life? But then they'll tell you, oh, you're keeping score. No, I'm not. Yeah, they think differently, man. You know it because you've been over here long enough, especially if you have an original. If you meet the right woman over here, which is not hard to do, most of us get unlucky. We don't get lucky because the women we deal with over here, they're really good women. But you can get unlucky over here. Or you can make the cardinal sin. You can spoil them. What do you think spoiled means? It means it's no good anymore. She starts thinking that way. That, oh, if you do this for me, what would such and such do for me? They start looking around. and seeing what Sally's got down the street. They do that over here like they do it anywhere else. Well, that's it's too late for that. We come over here making them comfortable the very first day. See, because when somebody tells you the truth of what we're really doing, the impact we really have on people's lives over here, they either misinterpret it as something bad or they just in denial. The minute you meet a woman over here and you take her to the hotel, you got aircon, you got a real mattress, you got hot and cold water, you got food until they get sick. It's like they turn on a faucet and the money just keeps coming, never stops. They become rich overnight. But if you bring it up, oh, you're keeping score, or you're so lonely over there, you're so desperate, you're so miserable over there, and we remedy that. Well, I helped you first in order for you to help me. That's the way I look at it. Son in a live chat, someone in a live chat asked Philbin Blogger what her ideal boyfriend was. She said a guy that can do household chores like cook, clean, and do laundry. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe it either. Okay, I don't believe that for 1 minute. That's foolishness. Okay. If in fact you only want me for my money, then the conversation's over with then. Okay. I am the prize then. Okay, there's no argument. Everything I'm saying over here is true. If that's all you want me for is my money, because you don't have any money, okay? We're just saying, if you're happy, okay, this is my whole take on it now, because I used to be like this. It's not a level playing field. It's not equal, because people say fair exchange is no robbery. It's not a fair exchange, guys. This is the problem. Yeah, bring that over. It's not a fair exchange, but I'm saying, okay, I'm not even going to get into that argument anymore. Who cares? If you're happy and she's happy, then that's fine. Okay, my point is, don't take me for granted. Don't act like what I'm doing is nothing, that it happens every single day. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's all I'm saying today. I'm saying, stop selling yourself short. You're old, but you're not dead. You still bring a lot to the equation, man. That's all I'm saying. Don't compromise your values for the honey, because that's what we're doing. They'll get comfortable in a minute. Hell, what are you talking about? And forget where they came from, because you done spoiled them. And then you're going to do anything they want to do now because you're afraid of losing the honey. You got addicted to the honey. Well, come on, it's not about this, lady, okay? You should know that. If you're a woman, if you're really a woman, what do you need in return for your money? Like a Filipino's going to talk like this. I'm going to need respect, lady. That's one thing I'm going to need. Okay, that's one thing. I'm going to need acknowledgement that I'm the man. And what I do matters. And I matter, okay? Period. In the story. What do I expect? Well, what do you expect to give for my money? Let's turn that around. Okay? Okay, he says, if all you got to offer is money, you can't cry when she wants your money. Each person in a relationship has a role to play. Apart from that, you each got to make each other happy. Well, we're just saying, okay, here's what's going on. People are trying to flip the script. That it's all about the woman. that we don't mean nothing. We're just a bunch of old, desperate, lonely men that come over here. I'm pushing back on that and say that's bullshit. I don't care how old you are, you're not dead. You're bringing a lot to the table. You are the equation. Pull yourself out of that, it all crumbles. That's all I'm saying. If you're with me, if all you want is my money, then we don't have an argument then. What I'm saying is true. But I'm not going to compromise my values or principles anymore for the honey. If you're going to be a traditional woman and I'm going to be a traditional man, let's make that work. Let's cooperate and make this thing work. But all this taking us for granted and all that stuff is foolishness, man. And that's what they're putting out there. How I met my amazing wife. Not one video can you find on YouTube where a Filipino makes that says, oh, how I met my amazing husband. Or what this foreign man has changed my life. Why isn't there more videos like that then? Because it's what I'm talking about. They're taking us for granted. We don't mean anything over here. It's just our money and everything. It's not one video you can show me. They ought to make them. They'll be making them now because I'm putting it out there. What does it really mean to you? Somebody should have made that video a long time ago. You know, how my life is changed by meeting my foreign husband. Not how my life is changed in America. It wouldn't be, if it wasn't for your husband, you wouldn't be in America. You see that kind of stuff, but you never see how he changed my life. My amazing husband. Okay? Yeah, I know that. But they can't set me up. I'm 61. We're literally a lottery ticket. But if you bring that up, people misinterpret it because they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the facts. Okay? They just want you to think, oh, we over here bothering women. Most of us are invited over here. Okay? Don't forget that. Most of the people who are coming over, and the men who are coming over here, they're invited. They're not just showing up. Someone's inviting them over here and saying, okay, when you get over here, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to be. Women say they don't need a man, but want one. The truth is men need to be needed. And we need to know that. But you got guys over here walking with their heads down, you know, just because she's 25 and they 65, like, oh, you know, you're nothing. You ought to be happy I'm in your life and, you know, and all that stuff. That's bullshit. Okay, that's bullshit. Hey, what's up, Alex? You know your girl, I think her LDR's in town. Does he know that you blew the back out of that? I'm not sure. You know, yeah, it's all about cooperation. But it starts with respect. It starts with respect. You know, just give me my respect. Give me my just due. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm going through all that, man. Imagine what you have to go through just to get over here. Before you even realize if it's gonna work out or not, if y'all right for each other or anything. Look at all the sacrifice you make. You're not coming on vacation all the way over here. You know what you're coming for. That's right. Just say that then. Just say that then. Okay? But now all of a sudden, you've given her an amazing life. She should make a video. How I met my amazing husband. Okay? And how my life has changed since I met my foreign husband or my foreign boyfriend. Why won't they do that? Why haven't you ever seen a video made like that? Because they take your ass for granted. And we go for it. Yeah, yeah. Maybe it will start something, Cisco. It's not a fun, it's not a joke. It's the truth. But I think you met your woman in America, right? But they act like we just coming over here screwing women and that's it. That we're not changing lives. We're not making an impact, even an imprint on society over here. We are. Look at the Miss Universe Philippines. If you don't think we're doing more, we're doing a lot more than what we're being given credit for. So if they're not going to give us credit, we'll give ourselves credit. That's all I'm saying. That's what the video is about. We're going all over the place saying this. We're just giving ourselves credit. We're patting ourselves on the back because nobody else is going to do it. Everybody else is looking at you like you're a fool. Some guy was in my comments the other day, I'm happy in America. You got to be a loser to go all the way over there just to get a woman. Well, okay. Thanks for your opinion. Yeah, he said it's hard for them to give us our flowers. You're right. But I would just love to see one video done like that to tell the truth. Like, I graduated from college, I was working, I wasn't earning nothing, it's hard over this. Tell how life really is over here, which they won't do. They want you to think that the life they're living now, they always live. Okay, they've always drove around in cars and stuff like that. See, all they'd have to do is make one or two videos like that, and that would flip that script, man. It would show you what you really mean over here. But they're never going to do it. They're always going to keep the focus on them. Or where to meet the best Filipinos. Okay, how to meet them. It's never about how to meet you. You're the one that they should be having a plan to meet. You're the lottery ticket. You're the damn ATM. Shouldn't it be one video out there about where to meet the nice foreign men or what constitutes a nice foreign man instead of what they're looking for in a man? I don't care what you're looking for in a man, lady. That's all I'm saying, guys. But I'm the only one that's going to bring it up, so I seem crazy. I seem out of place, out of line when I'm not. Should be a video a long time ago. But see, okay, when the haters was really on my case, Chewy, I made a video, no honey, no money. And this is the one they turned into the NBI because I speak too much truth. Look what he's doing. And the man looked at it like, well, there's nothing here. I was just saying that, before you go giving all this money and making all these commitments to women, make sure she's who she says she is. That was the basis of it. But they want to misinterpret and twist my words and everything like that. I'm just saying, make a damn video about how amazing we are and how your life has changed. You no longer live in the province anymore or the squatters area. We're not putting you down. We're just saying, lady, your life has changed. It's better. Just give us some credit. Just say it. Is it that hard to do? No. Make us feel good for a while. Instead of sticking that hairy bush in our face thinking that's the solution to everything. There ain't no sense in you asking a question because this is the answer. No, it's not. Now, see, you open it, you talking about something totally different, man, because this is my situation. How many times y'all heard me talk about this? At some point, she knows more than you. She's smarter than you. You can't tell them anything. Okay. My girl thinks she knows everything. I always tell her in many situations, I bet you didn't know that I can do that. Well, it's impossible. I have to tell Marilyn that. I said, it's impossible for you to know more than I do. You know more about the Philippines than I do. But it's life, no, it's impossible. You haven't been anywhere. You haven't experienced a whole lot. I'm 20 years older than you. But that don't mean anything. He said, I see what you mean, Cal, but it's been this way for years. But see, that's the problem. We can't just allow it to stay that way. I mean, am I wrong for just bringing it up? What times it travels? He said that's a stain that's hard to get out. I know. I'm depressed. My woman tells me that a lot. But that doesn't mean we have to sit around and take it. So that's all the more reasons why we should give ourselves flowers today. You know, excuse me. Do you know, has anybody really been broke? I'm not talking about poor. Being broke and poor is different. I mean, you don't have any money. You don't know where the next dollar's coming from. And then somebody comes, okay, and pays that bill or gives you a job or whatever it is. Has anybody ever experienced that before? Then that's what you do when you show up here. Do you know how much of a stress reliever that is? Okay, to say, I don't have to worry about scrambling and scraping out here, for a peso to get the rice or to get whatever it is. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying this is the role we play in some women's lives. Not all. It's only a small percentage of the women we deal with over here. Most Filipinos aren't looking at us. They love Filipino men, majority of them, vast majority. But I'm talking about in our situation. Do even if they don't tell you, you have to know it. I'm telling you, the relief that you bring, it's more than just, oh, I'm your boyfriend, you're my girlfriend. It's more than that. It means much more than that. It's on a whole other level. Some of you guys have no idea the impact. Some of you guys arrived here in the nick of time. Let me say that. When they've all but given up. Because we were talking about this at the party the other night. The guy brought it up. He said, it's hard over here. He said, it's hard to escape the Philippines. He said, you really got to be sharp and, this and that. Because I told him, our daughter won't be on the dating site. She's graduating from nursing school like thousands of others do. And they pull themselves up by the bootstraps. But he was right. But I said, guess what? They found a loophole. He said, what's that? I said, it's us. Okay, we're the loophole. That's all. Yeah, where is that video? I'm telling the truth, Mitch. Where's that damn video? I've been on YouTube almost 4 years, been watching it for however many years. I've never seen a woman make a video like that. I've never seen a woman being interviewed who says how he changed my life. He rescued me from a life of poverty. I was about to give up. He was an answer to my prayers and all that stuff like that. Because you are the answer to their prayers, a lot of women over here. They pray for that. They're waiting patiently on their dating site for their prayer to be answered. It's hard over here. I'm making our case today. I'm the lawyer today. This is the opening argument, opening statement, rather. We're defending ourselves today. Yeah, but your situation is different, Cisco. You met your wife in the United States. Okay? So you're in a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. We're playing chess, you're playing checkers. Hell, you've won half the battle over there. Okay? I would expect your woman to act silly. She's over there. But I'm talking about over here. When you show up over here, man, you're answering a lot of prayers, dude. Not only her, but probably her mother's and everybody else's, man. I know what I'm talking about. This ain't nothing to be. We act like it's a game, like it's something to be played with. These women are dead serious. This ain't there's nothing to play with. This is talking about life and death in a lot of situations. You're showing up in the nick of time. All hope is lost, and the ship is sinking. But if you bring it up, they'll misinterpret it. They'll say I'm putting women down here. No, I'm not. I don't do that. Half Filipino, half American. If you feel that your girlfriend or wife doesn't give you the respect or love that you reserve being the main provider, why stay with her? That's right. Well, you William? Oh, half Filipino. Sorry. Well, this is the point I'm asking, guys. This is why you're exactly right. You're asking the same question I'm asking. You're saying the same thing I'm saying. I'm saying stop selling yourself short. You're old, you're not dead. This is exactly the advice I'm giving them. Is we've answered it several times on this live stream already. It says, why stay with them? Because they're afraid of giving up the honey, William. Okay, if you know the situation like you know, then that's what they're bringing to the table, the honey. And they're bringing it hot and heavy. Okay, so if you can't cross that hurdle, you don't have a chance over here. And so you're getting the honey that's eluded you for all these years. Okay? And whenever there's a problem, she pulls out the honey. The solution, the honey. There's no sense in you asking the question if the answer is always the honey. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we're saying the same thing, William. If we're giving them all their praise, if we're giving them all their praise, which is what we're doing, and all their credit for being great women that they are,